Hi, I'm Steve Owens and a huge welcome to Steve's Kitchen. Today I'm making a dish I absolutely love, an Australian dish which we share with our New Zealand cousins. But today I'm going to show you how to make a classic Australian pavlova. Okay, to start our pavlova, I'm just going to take 2 egg whites and I'm going to break them into a mixing bowl. I'm going to keep the yolk separate, and you can separate the egg whites from the yolk by just rolling it backwards and forwards between the 2 shells. The white drops into the bowl. Now firstly, your egg whites want to be at room temperature. Don't get them out of the fridge, and we're going to use a stand mixer, but you could use a hand mixer to whip these up into stiff peaks. Now you can see my egg whites there have whisked up to nice stiff peaks, and I've got 4 ounces, that's about 125 grams of Castor sugar or superfine sugar, and I'm just going to put about half of that into the egg whites and then just continue to whip it for a minute or so, just until it becomes glossy. Now after a very short time we're going to have this beautiful soft and silky meringue in here. At this point we can add the last half of our sugar. And I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cornstarch or corn flour and about half a teaspoon of white vinegar. Now my Aussie pavlova is going to be green and gold, so I've got a green food colouring gel here, and I'm just going to put a couple of drops into my meringue and then just continue to whisk that together. So now we've got this beautiful green meringue, which is the first of the Australian national colours and why this is an Australian pavlova. And now we need to get our meringue into a piping bag. You could use a Ziploc bag as well. I've just put a piping bag over a glass. So now our meringue's in a piping bag, and you want to snip off a fairly big hole from the top. There should be enough meringue here to make 6 little pavlova nests. And all you need to do is just pipe in a sort of circular, snail-like motion around and round. And when you get to the outside, just build up a little rim around the edge of the pavlova. Now I've piped these onto a silicone baking tray, but you could easily do this onto a greaseproof paper or baking paper. Now because I'm doing mini pavlovas here, I'm going to turn my oven temperature down a little bit. Normally I do it 140 degrees Celsius, that's about 275 Fahrenheit, but I'm going to crank that down just a little bit, and I'm going to cook it for less also, about 50 minutes. And there they are, the beautiful green meringues out of the oven. I'm just going to leave these on the side now and let them completely cool down before I finish them off. So whilst the meringues are cooling down, we're just going to take a cup of thick whipped cream or double cream, and we're just going to whip that up until it's nice and thick and stiff. Now I like to pipe my cream on top of my cooled down meringues, but you could easily do this just with a spoon. Now I want that beautiful gold to go with my green for the national colours of Australia, so I've got a wonderful Calypso mango here. I've got some passion fruits as well. We just want to slice this one off the stone. Then I'm just going to use a vegetable peeler just to take the skin off. I don't want the usual hedgehog design, I actually want thin sliced mango. And that way we can have these beautiful thin slices of mango to decorate the top of our pavlova. And then with our passion fruit, I'm just going to snip the top off of that. And we can see we'll be able to scoop all that beautiful passion fruit juice out of there with the seeds. I'm going to take some of my mango and just lay it across the top of the cream. So there you have it, the green and gold, the national sporting colours of Australia, the golden wattle, which is the floral emblem of Australia as well. I think that looks really great. And then we're going to take this fresh passion fruit. I'm just going to squeeze some of the juice out over the top, just a little. And there is my green and gold take on an Australian pavlova. I'm sure you'll agree that looks absolutely delicious. I almost can't wait to have a try of this. Well, the proof of the pudding, they say, is in the eating, and I can tell you, you can't go wrong with a pavlova. I mean, look at that. It's got the lovely, soft, sticky inside. I'm so lucky to have this. You must try this at home. Let me give this a go. This has to be one of my all-time favourite desserts. If you haven't had Pavlova before, these little ones are a great way to go. If you've got a party coming up, individual Pavlovas, it's a great way to go. Please share the love, give this one the thumbs up. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. They are absolutely delicious. I could easily eat all 6 of these without any trouble at all. Look, I'm going to leave some links to some other videos here. I hope you're enjoying the Australia Day specials. Please subscribe to the channel, comments down below. Be good. I'll see you next time.